Milo stands in front of the gate with his lantern in hand. Did he really manage to leave the darkness? At the moment, it does not really look like it. At least, you know you are not hungry going into this next area. Milo is eager to continue. Through the tunnel, you see, it is at least somewhat brighter than in the shaded citadel, but not too much. You see the shelter, but right in front of it, a vision opens up and a sluggard falls past you. Not a good way to start into a new environment. You prepare, but hesitate a bit before you jump. Reaching the shelter. Time was almost over as well. You wake up and leave the shelter. Immediately climbing up, ledge by ledge. Here you find some blue fruits. Lucky you, as now you do not have to continue exploring with an empty stomach. So you lay down your spear and lantern, taking your time to enjoy your meal. Climbing further up these poles with platforms you can easily ascend, knowing you can always find perches should you fall. Another blue fruit. So you want to lay down your spear, but accidentally you let it fall down. Well, now it's gone. Might as well eat up and continue. Through narrow paths, you find your way to the next level. More poles to climb. You are careful in your ascent. While another vision opens up and shows you a fight between a white lizard and the slughead that the slughead unfortunately loses. Meanwhile, you have also noticed a white lizard sleeping on the other side of the wall. It does not wake when you jump up, making your way through the next tunnel safely. There you have to make a leap of faith and hold on to the pole to climb up, while a vision shows you what would have happened if you would have not prepared your leap enough. This distracts you for a moment, and you almost try to climb a pole plant. Of course, those are still dangerous, but you manage to let it go in time and not be pulled down. It flashes its frills, after which it calms down again and pretends to be a pole as always. If you had a spear, you could have got rid of it, but like this, it is fine as well, since they do not attack randomly. They are ambush predators that stand and wait. It is not easy to land your jump from pole to pole, since it takes a lot of strength in your hands to hold on to them and not slip down. You are successful in doing so, and find your way further up. Another white lizard that has not yet spotted you, therefore it's not yet camouflaged. You take this chance to make it past them unnoticed. In the next room, you see some strange looking worms. When you grab one, because you thought you could eat it, it lets go. Another vision shows you a slughead being electrocuted by this environment. Is this an equivalent to being struck by rain? You wonder. It surely is as devastating, you understand. What is this area then, that the rain is not a problem anymore? Using the grappling appendage of the worm comes natural to you, and it feels great to have such high mobility with this little helper. You even reach high-hanging blue fruit, but your hands are full, and you do not want to let go of your lantern, so you proceed without a snack. The next room is also filled with grappling worms. That is what Milo decided to call them now. Should you lose one of your little friends, you could always get another one here. They really make it easy to get to higher places, and with all this vertical structure, it will be important to have this possibility. Thinking about the time you would usually have before the rain would hit you, you also think about how to proceed. Usually, obstacles on the poles would mean you have to find another route, but with the help of your grappling worm, you can easily manage to make your way around it and climb up higher on the same pole and even cover wider distances when jumping. Grappling, swinging, and on the other side you find a spear. Well, Milo, your hands are full and you can't take it with you without sacrificing something in your hands. You decide not to take the spear, as the light helps see in this shaded area and the grappling worms enhances your mobility tremendously. Outrunning danger usually helped more than fighting it. You notice another blue fruit and wanted to grab it, but both hands full, Milo. So, on the other side, you wanted to lay down your lantern, but accidentally let go of the grappling worm and slip on the edge. You fall down, but luckily not as far. Still, you are in a pinch, since there is no progress without a grappling worm around here. Just in case you may need your other hand, you lay down your lantern here. Unfortunately, you have to head back down and get another worm. This costs you time. You get another practice round in to handle the grappling worms. You need to find out their range for effective use, so you risk a little bit of time to test it out. In the long run, this will be worth it. Now you know precisely how far they can stretch out, and you continue upwards. You think about it if you really need the light. The answer you think of is yes. You have reached the point from before, and you lay down your lantern and grappling worm. But take the worm again, since it is an insurance should you fall again. A quick hop, and you grab the blue fruit and snack on it. In the room above you, you find more grappling worms, blue fruits, and even a karma flower. Of course you take it. And more of the blue fruits. Considering your time, you want to eat some more blue fruit, as the shelter is right next to you, so you are not in danger. The shelter is very cozy, as it even grows some grass. Time to get comfy. Once you wake up, you grab your squishy friend and your lantern and head out. You know there would still be blue fruits hanging around, waiting to be plucked by you. A white lizard rushes out of its den, wanting to grab you with its long tongue, but it gets deflected by a fruit, so it runs back. It seems this lizard is very undecisive. But when it returned, it hurls its tongue at you again and grabs you. Immediately you use the worm to hold on to something as well, to not get pulled into its maw. You managed to let go of your lantern, that is why you had a hand free to grab some cherry bombs that were growing there. Slowly it reels you in. You wait for the right moment, wiggle around, and when it almost had you, one precise throw of the cherry bombs right next to its face scares it and it lets go of you. Even you are affected, but the ringing fades quickly. With the help of the worm, you get higher to grab the fruits when a vision opens up and shows you how another slughead was not as fortunate fighting the white lizard and got taken in. Again, a vision opens up, showing how this lizard effectively hunt another impatient slughead. Instead of frightening you, those visions give you confidence, because you, Milo, has managed to scare off this lizard. Therefore, your feast here is well earned. You swing around and grapple here and there to reach all the fruits with your amazing mobility. Milo is very satiated now, time to continue. You get your light and your worm body, and off you go. Entering the next room, you notice a bigger version of the long-legged things you have met in the garbage wastes. It has even more tentacles and stretches them out way farther than the other rotten creatures. You climb left, a vision opens up where another slughead fell prey to a white lizard in this small cabin. You find a narrow path on the left side of the wall. Squeeze yourself in, right when you see a tentacle search for you in this area. These things seem to have noticed you. Is it not as mindless as the other rotten tentacles? You have to be even more careful now when those are around. More poles. More platforms. More narrow paths. More visions. It shows another white lizard catching a slughead that had no way to escape while hanging down with a grappling worm. It bit and both fell down. You watch out for there to not be another lizard waiting. The next tunnel brings you outside again. Lightning and thunder in the distance, somewhere else the rain falls and brings chaos. Ascending, suddenly a blue tentacle almost grabs you, while a vision distracted you as a slughead was electrocuted in it again. But the vision is not the immediate danger, but the blue rod is. You have an idea and lay down your light and grab the spear. Now you can check what it was that let the other one check the narrow path. Was it perception based, on sight, or something else? In the tiny space you hop and notice it reacting. Now you know it is sound they are after. Thoroughly, it reaches inside. But cannot find anything and climbs further down. Your chance to sneak past it unnoticed. Another attempt to ascend, and the vision shows you how it can end up when the blue tentacles grab you and devour you. You notice a karma flower, but standing there you are enveloped by another vision like that. Your newborn confidence is gone, but at least the flower calmed you slightly. You fell a bit, but going up here is rather easy. As long as there is nothing trying to devour you. Another vision shows you a slughead falling into its demise, because it could not jump high enough, not even with the help of the grappling worm. You are smarter. Wall spear is your quick solution. Next room, more to climb. A big vision opens up and shows how a slughead was so scared of the blue long-legged things it just took its chance with a jump. You doubt it survived the fall. This happened not only once, you see in the next smaller vision. Not everyone can be as talented with the grappling worm mobility as you are. The vision shows you a slughead clumsily falling down, not managing to hold on properly. Another one of those blue long-legged things approaches. This time it is not a vision. You swiftly climb up and jump into a closed-off space to get out of its reach. It moves past you and you continue hastily. Why is there yet another vision showing you a slughead's death being devoured by the blue long-legged things? Their hunger seems unstoppable. Just like your dad back at the tree. He had no long legs though. You will call those long-legged rotten creatures Daddy Longlegs now. A vision underneath opens up and shows what might happen if you try your skills with the grappling worm to the extreme. But this slughead made a mistake. Just as the next vision, where greed led to the slughead's downfall. Why are there so many visions in this area? Milo asks himself. Seeing the shelter up top, you try to climb up, but your diminished confidence lets you struggle a bit to get a good hold. You finally manage to and climb in. Thinking about the time, you are sure there was not much left. You dream again, finding yourself surrounded by lights, with a feeling of being watched. What does it mean? Find out in the next episode.